Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'm going to dive into the tough world of correctional officers' work to see if doing the right thing really does matter most. And yes, it does matter most. Doing the right thing, it's being ethical, doing the right thing, personal in relationship. We have a tough job, and we're the backbones of the criminal justice system. We're responsible for ensuring the public safety and rehabilitation of those that have broke the law. Our job is not to punish. Our job is to make sure they're secured, housed, away from the community, and hopefully these guys get rehabilitated so they can go back living a normal life with their families and hopefully better their lives. We need to do the right thing and help these guys. I'm not saying we're there to make friends with them. We're there to follow a policy and procedure and make sure they're safe, the officer's safe, and the community safe. As we go about our daily duties, I know we're faced with numerous situations that test our integrity and ethics. It is essential to remember that the individuals we work with has the power to shape the lives of each other, the co-workers, and the inmates, and affect the overall atmosphere within the facilities we work in. We want a good environment. We don't want to go to work and feel like we are in a dungeon. We may be working in an older facility, but our attitudes when we come into the gates can make a big difference. If you come in with a positive mental attitude, it will make your day go by smoother. And I don't know why we got to come in disgruntled and upset. It don't matter what post you're working. You're paid to do the same job, and you need to make the best of what you're doing. And it's crucial that we exhibit high moral standards and uphold the ethical behaviors in our work. Us correctional officers face numerous challenges that tempt or compromise our ethics. I know we're all in high stress environments. A lot of us work long hours, and it takes a toll on our mental and emotional well-being. Now, in some cases, I have seen it leads to cutting corners, engaging in corrupt practices. I've seen cut corners. Cut corners can hurt somebody, get someone hurt or killed. We don't need to be doing that. Furthermore, the power dynamics between the officers and inmates can create the environment where maltreatment and abuse can occur. Don't let these guys get under your skin. The inmate population says, Randall, you're about the same every day. And I tell them, I've been doing this nearly 16 years. And every day I walk in the gate as a new day. Everything starts from scratch. You may have gotten my blood boiling yesterday when I left. But tomorrow when I come in, I didn't erase that board and we're going to start all over. Don't let them get under your skin, because when you let them get under your skin, you're going to do something, I'm not going to say intentionally, but you could do something that don't need to do or make it happen. I know that sometimes we have the lack of resources. I know a lot of us work in outdated facilities and we are training by the masses, and it causes inadequate training. It could sometimes push officers to make questionable decisions because some of the new officers don't have the proper training, because we're training so many of them and the classes are so big, and you got some morons in the classes that disrupt the classes and you can't learn everything you need to learn. But we need to make sure we stay on our toes and dot our I's across the T. In some cases, when it gets like that, we could be, our personal biases and prejudice can also influence our actions, and not without knowing, leading to discrimination and unfair treatment of certain types of inmates. If you can't treat all inmates the same, don't go in there and look and see why they're in prison. You don't need to know that. Your job is to make sure they follow the rules and regulations by you following your rules and regulations. When officers compromise their ethics, it can lead to severe consequences. And when we do wrong things for not the right reasons, we lose the trust of the public, and it increases violence and erosion in rehabilitation efforts. You don't want to lose the public trust, because then that's when the legislation comes in and you lose that. And that's why a lot of us don't get raises when we should, because they feel like we're not doing our jobs. We're just beating inmates. And that's not the case, because a few small apples is what hurts all of us. You know, if we could weed out the apples, we could make the facilities and our image better. The consequences of compromised ethics can be far-reaching and devastating. Inmates who are subject to abuse or mistreatment may become more aggressive or hostile, leading to more violence in the environments. Could get someone hurt or killed within our facilities. And we don't want that to happen. We don't need that to happen. We need to just treat everybody fair, firm, and just do our job. Just do our job. When officers engage in corrupt practices, they can create an atmosphere of fear and intimidation. The inmates may be reluctant to report the incidents. In lots of cases, if we do the right things, some of the inmates are going to report incidents that don't happen, but it's our job to do the right thing. So when we investigate these ordeals, we can weed that out and say it don't substantiate their allegations. This could lead to a culture of silence. And some things need to be reported because it's the right thing to do. So the risk associated with compromised ethics is real, and it can have a profound impact on the lives of both the inmates and the officers. And we are already in a bad environment. Let's not make it worse. Like I said, come in there with a positive attitude and be uplifting. Give them what they need to have, the health and comfort, everything they're supposed to have. Just give it to them. And, you know, if they're not supposed to have it, just don't give it to them. But let's give them what they're supposed to have. Let's do the right thing. If you're supposed to give them phone calls, if you're in close management and you're supposed to give them phone calls, they get 2 calls a month. Make sure you get 2 calls a month. Offer the opportunities. You got to feed them 3 times a day. Give them a tray 3 times a day. There's no excuse of it. If you got an inmate on flush valve, flush that damn toilet when you make rounds. It does not hurt, and it don't take that much longer to do the right thing. Like I said, when you get the temperature or attitudes down, they get in an uproar, and you never know what happens when you pull them out of the cell. Let's not make our job harder. Let's keep our ethics up. We're going to do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. We need to demonstrate the powers of ethics. Let's put a positive impact on our jobs. Let's stay positive. Let's do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. That's one of the big things that W. Clement Stone, he started an insurance company, and that's one of his big philosophy, to do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. It's the Christian thing to do. Our job is to serve and protect the community. We don't need to be abusive toward our inmates. We don't have to yell and scream at them. What we need to do is let's help them when they get on the street. They would be better individuals. Let's change their lives, changing one life at a time. The importance of the ethics in our work. It helps us keep us from facing challenges that we don't need to have. Put your thoughts and comments below. Tell me what you think about the ethics of and how it affects your facility. And like always, thank you for watching the videos, and like and subscribe.